Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. Today, I'll be looking at Rubra.ai. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. So this is fairly fresh, I would say. I noticed this I think on Tuesday. It got announced on Tuesday, and I figured it might be interesting to look at it, what it is, and what it does. I If this is your first time joining, I haven't tried these things out, so this is just me exploring the thing from scratch. So I didn't prepare. It's not going to be scripted. I was looking at this, and I'm like, oh, maybe I don't have all the prerequisites to be running this, but we'll try. I do have a backup though, so there's another project that was announced as well this week, and it's called GPTScript. So as soon as I'll go through Rubra. If I can't go through it because I have to, either because my laptop is not powerful enough, or if I have to download something and it's just taking too much time and it's too long, then I'm not gonna do it. But then we'll move to the GPT script. But anyway, yeah, let's get started. Say hi if you're here. I see a couple of people have joined. All right, let's see what Rubra is. I guess I can develop my AI assistants locally. Is a full stack OpenAI implementation designed for local development. It's built for developers, open source projects, the same simplicity and intelligence as working with ChatGPT, but with a unique focus on building AI assistants powered by locally running open source LLM. So this locally running probably means I would have to download something and then run everything locally, which is great because it's pretty much free, right? So work locally and save your tokens. So serves as a drop-in replacement for OpenAI that can be deployed locally for private, hassle-free AI development and testing. This is interesting. Built for modern agent development, AI assistants, give them access to files and tools, and web browser and code interpreter, all running locally. And everything is in one package. Everything I need is there. All right, so here's how the stack looks like. It includes everything, all the tools to build, test, and run on your local machine. So RAG, code interpreter, image generation function calling, LLM, OpenAI compatible API, and a chat UI interface. Okay, so ready in minutes. We'll see if it's ready in minutes, depending on how much I have to download. Chat interface. All right, so this might be interesting. So I could have ChatGPT like UI running locally. And local agents. All right, installed. So simple one command installation. So never copy paste scripts directly into your terminal. At least take a look at them a little bit. I don't think they're doing anything nefarious here, but I got into a habit of not just blindly copy pasting stuff. I think it's good, but anyway, so Docker Compose creates a home Rubra directory, downloads the rubra.llama file from Hugging Face, executes the file, helper function. Oh, it checks if the file is ready. Okay, so assuming this runs on localhost 123 without a key. Okay, this is just an example. Downloads Docker Compose file from GitHub repo. All right, so everything is running. Can run it in a Docker containers. I'm assuming that's what this is for. So there's the UI. I know this looks a little bit small, but UI, API server container, task executor, vector DB, text embedding, API, light LLM. That's encouraging. Redis, MongoDB. All right, so looks like it has everything, like databases for RAG, the embedding API, vector DB API, and so on. Okay, so I don't know what this Milvus is. Milvus. Oh, it's a vector database. Okay, yet another vector database. All right. Oh, let's go back. Check if it's running. Wait for containers to run. Stop. Open your own browser. Okay. All right. Looks pretty safe. So let's copy paste this. So this is gonna download the script. It's gonna execute the script, passing in start. So it'll launch everything. Let's go here. This bigger. Scroll. Docker Compose is not installed. I knew I knew it. I didn't have something installed. Haven't used Docker Compose much, to be honest. All right. How do I download? Download Docker Compose. All right, so install. Okay, so I do have Docker Desktop. Oh, I can do it from the command line on a Mac. New. Oh, this is only Linux. All right, so check which version about. Okay, so let's go Docker menu. There's an update, but I don't think this should matter. Where's about? Oh, it's here. So let's see what the about window says. Oops. I do have Compose, so why is this Docker Compose? Oh, Docker. Or maybe I don't? But why is this saying I do? All right. Linux and Windows Server. Let's do this. I thought I had Docker Compose installed. How to install Docker Compose? Yeah, that's what I've been doing, right? Oh, it's failing to copy it. All right, so let's do Docker Compose. What? Oh. No, this is not a file. Not found. All right. Let's go here and try. Oh, that one is probably an old version. Let's do this. Okay, so this looks better. And then we'll do. Oh, I do. Docker Compose. Just want to make sure. I don't think I've. Of course, because it's not the right version, right? Let's go there. That's the downside of doing this unprepared. All right. There's Darwin. That's what we need, right? Yeah, I was downloading the wrong one. Copy link. This is good. Compose. Darwin. x86, 64. All right. Hopefully this one works. Yep, there you go. This one should work. Perfect. So let's copy a user bin local. Move it. Docker Compose. Wait, user bin local, right? Yep. All right. Let's make sure that this works. Yep, perfect. All right, so we're back. Let's go install this guy. Let's rerun it again. All right, so this looks better. Oh man. All right, so it's downloading the llama file, and I think this will take a minute, but let's keep it running. And in the meantime, I'll go through the docs. It should be a couple of minutes probably. It's probably a huge file if you're running it locally, right? So for anyone who, if you're using OpenAI to develop LLM, that's for you. Yep. Why would I use this instead of OpenAI's? All right. So it looks like the main selling point of this is that it's free, basically. Well, not free. You can run it locally and you don't have to pay for OpenAI, right? Yeah. Plus, data is private and secure because everything is running locally. How is it different from all of those? Okay, so offers an OpenAI compatible API and their optimized LLM. So they ship their own LLM. So that's the rubra.llama file. How is it different from LangChain OpenGPTs? So it's an optimized LLM, includes built-in tools, OpenAI compatible. Yep. So the APIs are the same. What makes it private and secure? Well, runs on your laptop, so all the requests stay there. Does it support other models? Yes, OpenAI and Anthropic, in addition to this local model that we're downloading right now. And they're working on introducing more capable models in the near future. So if you have an issue, there's a Discord and a GitHub. How can you help? Go to the GitHub repo, and that's what I'll look at next. So this is the repo. Yes, it's the same thing. Supports multiple models, compatible with OpenAI. You can run it locally. I do have M-Series Mac. Apparently, I do have the Xcode command line tools installed. I have 16 gigs of RAM, so just barely. I do have 10 gigs, and now I have those two as well. Okay, so this will then run it on local host, and then I can go and play with this. So here's how you can create an assistant using their APIs that are compatible with OpenAI libraries. So you basically use the OpenAI libraries and then point to your, change the base URL when you're creating the OpenAI client to point to localhost instead of the default OpenAI API. And then everything else from there, I think it's the same with the exception of the model, right? So you have to use the Rubra local model. So this is nice because this then allows you to just remove this if you want to and change this to whatever OpenAI supports, and you're connected at that point and using the Open AI API. All right, let's see. What's interesting here? All right, so these are the APIs that they have. It is Python, celery config, some Python stuff. And nice naming there. Oh, I think this is because of that. What is the UI? Wait, it might be wrong, but I think that might be the UI. Let me see. Let me check the UI. They have the UI, front end UI here. Streamlit, yes, Streamlit. So they're using Streamlit. So this one is nice if you haven't seen Streamlit. It's easily configurable. It's Python thing, right? And it basically gives you a quick UI, I guess. That's the like this, right? Look at this, right? It creates the UI for you. All right, I have it running, but they did not start correctly. That's what I was expecting. Might be the, whoops. Let's see what's in the log file. All right. Why is it complaining? There's a lot of stuff here. So it did start the server. Yeah. That's it? That's what it failed? Let's try again. I have a feeling everything will freeze. Yeah, it looks like my video froze. That's what I thought it's going to be. Yeah. All right, looks like now it's starting. So it's pulling the images and it's going to run, do the Docker compose and all that. Yeah, I don't know why it failed the first time. Didn't see anything. This might take a while as well. All right, so yeah, I think they're using Streamlit as well. Did I have an example here? Yeah, there's a video here. Yeah, basically you can create, like, this is the actual UI that's created with Streamlit. Yeah, it's an interesting. It's like a, I don't want to call it UI framework because I don't know if that's what they're calling it, but gives you an easy UI. Yeah, so this UI, this was built with Streamlit, right? Anyway, let's go. Yeah, so that's why those imports for object 1, object 5, object 10, I think that's where those imports are coming from Streamlit. Interesting choice of using emojis in the file names. I don't know. It looks nice, but yeah. So this SD, that's the Streamlit library, and this is how you then create a form, right? Text input, text area, right, etc. Select box. Basically, an easier way to build a UI in with Python, I guess. So let me go back to the backend. So API server, backend, a lot of imports. It's using fast API, initializing Mongo client. There's some prompts here. Have access to a web browser tool. Oops. These are just the endpoints that are exposed on the API. Assistance, create an assistance with model and instructions. Assistance object is this the internal? Yeah, so those are the Rubra's objects or APIs, I guess. Uses MongoDB to saves whatever you create. Getting all the assistants, getting a specific assistant, modifying assistant, so the crude stuff, and then threads. Generates a thread ID, creates the message object. thread object, inserts it and appends, and then returns, and then the same thing, right? For thread, specific thread, messages in the thread, specific message within a specific thread, modifying a specific message, listing messages. All right. This is still pulling. Pulled. Looks like there's three more images. We're almost there. Look at that. Someone's offering me a promotion for my channel. Jesus. Where do I ban you, guy? I'll find it somewhere. Price is lower than any competitor. All right, it looks like that's coming from Twitch. At least I know someone joined, so that's good. All right. Pulling. Three more. There you go. It's able to restrict the user. All right, one more. Well, two. I should have done this before the stream. It's been 20 minutes and we're still downloading stuff. But hey, if it runs well and if it's fast enough, I guess, and it's definitely worth it. Why not? All right, so there's more. Okay, so task executor. Oh, look at that. It's running. It's creating. It's running. Might not work with ARM. We might go and look at the GPTScript instead if this doesn't start up. All containers are running. And now it's waiting additional 15 seconds for everything to load, and then we'll check it out. Oh, this is where the models are. There you go. It's starting up. Hey, look at that. Yay. Rubra chat. So it's running. It opened this automatically. I do Docker PS. Yes, there's a bunch of images running. Mongo. Yeah, the ones that basically that we saw in the... All right, so why can't I pick anything here? Can I pick a model or... Actually, let's open the docs. I don't need an API key, right? Because I'm using the local one. Oh, this is if you want to use the other one. Or you can add another model. We'll have a local one, right? Custom, sure. Failed to add. All right, that's not encouraging, but maybe I don't know what I'm doing. But let's see. Message. Hello. All right, well, that's kind of underwhelming. Do they have like a quick start? Maybe I'm not doing something correctly or missing something, but key components, interfaces. All right, so this, okay, so I could use it like this, maybe. I just call the backend directly, but let's do that. So we did all this. Once the installation, your Rubra will be, yes, it's there. Start chatting. Okay, let's see how we can use it. So chat. Is there something that's not loading here? Or looks like there is something here, but it's missing. What's missing here? Either missing or not loading. There's an image. Oh, it's a GIF. So this one. All right, so it's telling me go to chat. and select a model. I can't. And this fails if I try to add a model. Oh, now it's not even showing up. Okay. Do we want to troubleshoot this or not? I don't even know where to start. Yeah, so I don't have a remote model, so I don't need an API. Can't select a provider because, well, there's nothing in here. All right, so I guess there's a custom one configured, but it's not like there's nothing there. So that's the one that I clicked through earlier. Okay, so now the model is selected. All right, so let's say, what's the weather like in Seattle? I didn't type Seattle correctly, but looks like it's running. So maybe it was just me being too fast and my machine being too slow. But there is an icon top right that says it's running. So it looks like it is doing something. But it is. Okay. Looking if there's anything. It's very slow. That's probably my laptop. A message back, or response rather, but if this what the experience is on my laptop, I don't think doesn't make sense to. Oh, there you go. All right, so the current weather in Seattle. Yeah, there you go. Remember there. Yeah. Okay, so I got the response. So that's fine. All right, so it does work. It's just extremely slow. So I can create an assistant, test assistant. My test assistant. All right. So how should your assistants behave? Oh, so let's do. Oh, I do have a. So let me pick up the one of the. Just want to download one of the video video transcripts. Oh, everything is so slow now. So let's do. Yeah, let's do the Minikube basics. I think I've done this one multiple times, but okay, transcript. So we have a transcript, and then what I wanted to do is I say you're a helpful assistant that answers questions based on the provided knowledge. Let's do it that way, right? So knowledge, now we'll browse, we'll pick this, we'll create the assistant. So this looks like, okay, so I'm assuming this, oh, it's still running. Yeah, so this UI looks very similar to the one OpenAI has, I guess, right? So it looks like it completed. And we have an assistant. So I think from the chat, I'm assuming I can pick an assistant, or how do I use this assistant? Do I test assistant? So let's rename it, and I'll just call it video transcript assistant. Okay. Enter to submit the form. Okay. So video transcript assistant. Do I have to do like, how do I use the assistant? Anyone knows? You just use it in a prompt here. Using the tell me what the video is about. Did I invoke it like this? I didn't see it anywhere in like any option in the UI. Let's see, maybe it's in the. So creating tools, modifying, deleting. Where's using it? Yeah, so I think this is the way to use it. Probably you have to like. Let's see, maybe the example shows that. Let's close this one. Web searching and browsing. What? Yeah, that's not useful. Yeah, create a new assistant. Okay, there you go. What is Google Gemini? Okay, but how does it know? Let's do that. Maybe in a description. So you're a helpful assistant that answers questions. Oh, questions about videos based on the okay. So maybe it's that. Let's go back to chat. Say, what is the video content about? If that will trigger it. Oh, no, wait. Oh, I would have to select it here. Oh, never mind. Again, me not reading stuff. There you go. All right, so, and now we can ask what is the video about. Yeah, I don't see this replacing OpenAI. Well, replacing ChatGPT for me at least. That's way too slow. All right, so this while this is going on there, I guess then you could do the same thing from the code, right? And we've seen that before, right? So you just change the backend to the Rubra backend, and then you're basically using the OpenAI API anyway, right? You're just pointing to a different backend, and then you have to make sure that you pick the correct model name that you have, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, and this is not yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll go and look at the GPT script. See if this is any if this I think this one runs with OpenAI, so this might be better. All right. GPT script. So it's a new scripting language that automates the interaction with an LLM, OpenAI. So this one uses OpenAI. So it's gonna run faster. All right, so let me just go here and stop everything here. Is there a Rubra stop? Yes, it is. Okay, so it's gonna stop everything. All right, scripting language. The ultimate goal is to create a fully natural language-based programming experience. Syntax is largely natural language, make it very easy to use and learn. Prompts can be mixed with traditional scripts, so you can mix prompts with Bash and Python, or even external HTTP calls. So you can do just about anything. Oh, okay. So you create a .gpd file, specify the tools, and then use natural language to explain what this GPT script should do for you, and then you run it using this GPT script binary. So how does it work? Well, how to get started? So let's do this. GPT script. I'll just open a browser, or VS Code rather. And we'll move it here. There we go. Perfect. Everything is still so slow. And that's because this stopped. All right, should be normal speed now. All right, so we're GPTScript, looking at GPTScript now. So we use brew, and there's an install script. I'll use brew, hopefully is not gonna update a lot of my other out-of-date packages. Of course it will. 94. Oh, but it's already doing it. All right, so it's downloading. It's gonna install it. And then we'll set the OpenAI key. Let's do that. So I'll do just getting an OpenAI API key. GPTScript. Okay. So have the key. Just move this off screen for a second. OpenAI API key. All right. So I have the API key set, and then we can run this sample script. Let's see how it looks like. Oh, I don't want to download it. Oh, I'll just curl to it. There we go. All right, so this is the script. So the description of the script is saying returns back the input of the script. So it's just an echo. And then you specify the arguments, and the output it is just echo output. So if I would run this one. Yeah, there you go. So we get the output, hello world. So it's using GPT-4. Examples, clone the examples and run. There's a debugging UI, so let's do that. So let's clone this, clone the repo. So GPTScript and examples. GPTScript server. Okay, GPTScript -- server. Okay. All right, so there's something. So let's do localhost 9090. There you go. So let's look at Bob. What is Bob? Actually, let me open Bob, the Bob script here. Examples, Bob. Okay. So Bob, that's a tool. So ask Bob how he's doing and let me know exactly what he said. Name is Bob. I'm Bob, a friendly guy. The question to ask Bob. When asked how I'm doing, respond with thank you for asking. And then the question I'm doing for, okay, so how are you doing? Run. There you go. That's interesting. Let me look at some of the examples here and try to get a better understanding of this. So git commit. So you specify the tools that you want to use, the description, what you want to do, and then what is the name? Is this what gets run or? So hello world, we've seen. Oh, there you go. Edit. I don't know what the syntax is. So let's look at the. Pretty sure there's a syntax explanation. Yeah, there you go. So compose. Okay, so it's composed of tools. Each tool performs a series of actions similar to a function. So tools have available to them other tools that can be invoked. Okay, so it's the same thing. So I could, yeah, so this is the tool called Bob. I guess, and then I'm assuming I can go and like reference this tool in just like we're referencing system.read or write. Um, While similar to a function, the tools are primarily implemented with a natural language prompt. So the interaction of the tools is determined, yeah, by the AI model. So the model determines if the tool needs to be invoked and what arguments to pass. Tools are intended to be implemented with natural language prompt, but can also be implemented with a command or HTTP call. Okay, so instead of doing this, writing a prompt, I could use a script, write a script, right? Or I guess command. Okay, so the separator, you can define two tools. Two tool definitions. The first tool does not require a name or description, but every tool after name and description are required. Okay, the first tool has the parameter tools Bob, meaning that the tool named Bob is available to be called if needed. Okay, and then the second part is, I guess, the second tool, but it's not really, right? This is throwing me off a little bit. I don't know if Bob is like a reference to the tool here or not. That's what I'm not sure. When asked how I did, so okay, so put the above. Yeah, that's what we tried. So tools can be implemented by invoking a program instead of a natural language prompt. All right, so this one is the same, but implements Bob using Python. So name. Okay, and then this is the actual implementation with Python, right? It uses the environment variables to get the question. So GPT, one or more tools, tool one, tool two. So tool starts with a preamble that defines the tool's name, description, args, available tools, and additional parameters. The preamble is followed by the tool's body, which contains the instructions for the tool. Comments, okay, comments are not really encouraged. Yep, I mean, why would you need a comment if it's natural language anyway? So you name the tool, you describe it, this tool can be invoked. Okay, and then you define which other tools this tool can invoke, specify the arguments for the tool, and then the actual instructions. Okay. Key value pairs. So argument one, and then description, name, model, internal prompt, tools. Okay, tool body. The tool body contains the instructions for the tool, which can be natural language. Okay, so natural language, and this is how you can either use Python or Bash. And then you reference the arguments with this syntax. So echo AI, a tool that echoes the input, takes one input, and then it says just return whatever the input was, and then implement. This is implemented with the AI, and this is implemented with the command. It's the same thing. So there are built-in tools. So let's take a look at them. What we could use. I can close this server. Can do GPTScript list tools. There we go. Oh, there's a couple of them. Aborting the exception, execution, download a URL, execute a command, find a specific pattern, get environment, downloads the contents. How is this different? Download the contents of a HTTP and the content is rendering to, okay. Post, read the file, remove the file, write the file. All right, so like a basic stuff. This looks interesting. This looks more interesting than Rubra thing. Looks like it's written in Go. Yep. Yeah, it's in Go. This is interesting. This is let's look at the examples. count the lines of code. So find all Go files and count the lines of code in each file and add the result and print it. And then name. So the next tool is count. This one just, okay, so this is nice because you can mix the actual scripts, right? You don't, I mean scripts, commands. Yeah, so this is like simple Python, right? So add, the sum's the bunch of numbers. So sum loads from the comma separated list of numbers. This is find count add. I don't have any. Okay, let's modify this one. So we'll do count a line of code. So find all .gpt files because I'm in this folder. Add the result and GPT files in the current folder, and count the lines of code in each file. Add the result, kinda lines, right? There's no code necessarily. Count the lines in a file, right? Yeah. And then we do GPTScript, and count. Is it like this? Oh, I got there you go. Oh, I don't have Python. I have to do this. Let's try again. Yeah, there you go. So 290. I don't know if it's true or not, but we could make something like 1.blah and try it again, right? 2.blah and say 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should say 7, right? So go and change this to blah files. Should give us 7. Gives a 5, but it's 2, 3. Yeah, I don't know why it's 3 and 4, right? So that should be 7. So that's 2. Oh, is it because I didn't have the yeah, there you go. I need an extra line. There you go. Now it should be 7, right? So this is 3 and this is 4. Yep. Let's run it. This should be 7. There you go. All right. That's nice. This is pretty interesting. I'm trying to think. Yeah, let's look at some of the more oh, there you go. That's a more complex one. So Hacker News headlines. Let me make this bigger. So perform the following actions in this order. Start the MongoDB database, create a collection. Nice. Get a top 10. Call the init flask project. We have a tool like that down there. Yeah. This set up the directories, write each headline into, write each one, separate call to Mongo, make the database written to him. Don't forget to escape. Simple web server, serve single page. Nice. Add some basics. Yes. All right. So Mongo run starts a Mongo database. Mongo command runs a command in the database. Oh, okay, so this is how it goes, and then inputs files, inputs rows to the database, and it's the Flask project. Oh, and that's it. Yeah, because everything else it creates the code. All right, let's try this one. This one is more involved. So do GPTScript, Hacker News headlines. It'll probably take longer. Oh, I need Mongo, right? Ugh. All right, I'm not gonna use Mongo. Oh wait. Oh, Mongo SH. I need So Mongo sh. Let's do this. Welcome to Mongo shell. Download Mongo shell. Download. I could write a script to, like I could write a tool that says, oh, let's try. So do name, install Mongo sh. Description, installs Mongo sh tool. So I'll do perform the following actions in this order. 1, go to, oh, we'll just pick, I don't want to complicate this, but let's do download this file. Oh, I could do this, right? Tools. Do I have to reference them like this? Tools. I download this file. Unzip the file. Do I need an unzip command? Trial time. I'm trying to see where these, I think these are built in or, right? Yeah. These are built in. So this is how it looks like, right? The contents, arguments, built-in function. Yeah, so these are built in. Let's go here. So I'm wondering if this will work. Well, actually, let's try. Oh, I could do it this way. Wait a minute. So we'll do description, arguments. Oh, actually, I don't even need, right? Because this one, system get already, it should already know how to download this, right? This would be my argument, right? To get, right? Download the file. So I'll say download the file from this URL. We'll just do it this way. Let's see if this one does what I'm expecting it to do. Let's do example. So download. Oh, no, we'll call it install Mongo sh. Mongo sh.gpt. So we're using this tool. And then we have, so they'll do download, right? Download Mongo sh. Downloads Mongo sh tools. And then we'll have name, unzip file, right? Unzips the file. And then I would like to do arguments here, right? Because arguments should be the actual file name, right? Let me see what the, is it here? Oh, it's a tools, download, okay. Oh, there it is. So name, description, args. So args, input file, right? File to unzip, right? And then over here, unzips the file, same directory. Okay, so let's see if this works. And this one will be here. And we'll, how do we call this? Oh, they'll say download. Oh, actually, it's already there. I don't have to rewrite this one, right? Because it's already, I just noticed it here, right? Oh, and system.exec will already do the unzipping. There you go, even better. So we'll just say download this to a random file and expand the archive. Okay, download this to temporary. Just want to see what's in here. I'll just download it just so I can see how the file looks like. I don't know if it's like there's an installer or, let me see, Mongo. Oh, okay, so there's Mongo sh with the library. I'll just do download to the current folder. unzip. Let's see, unzip the file into the Mongo sh folder. Let's see if this works. And I'll say download Mongo sh, and then chat GPTScript download. Okay. Well, it is downloading it. It is unzipping it into the folder. Nice. So it should have a Mongo that. There we go. Yep. It's there in bin, right? So Mongo sh. Yeah, there you go. So it is there. I think I need to move these, right, to local bin. Oh. Mongo sh. It should work now, I think. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So I have this. I'll delete the file, so the folders is not there. All right, so this is pretty interesting. Let's try the Hacker News headlines now. GPTScript, Hacker News headlines. Oh, Docker stop CNC Docker CNC. I have it right. It already started the container before, but then when it failed, right, it didn't delete the container. Yeah, it does. I mean, it's doing something. It's creating the there's a headline folder. It's creating stuff in that folder. But it downloaded all the. I mean, it's scraped the top 10 headlines, right? And now it added them to MongoDB, and now it's writing code here, right? See app dot code that connects to the Mongo client, and then it's going to render all the headlines, and I guess it's doing some simple yeah, it created index HTML with some simple styling. All right, so it's completed. Collection name headlines was created. So it did everything that it's supposed to do. So now if I go into headline, can I just do this? Oh, pip. Okay, I have to install. Let's do pip install Flask. It does have requirements and everything, right? But what? Let's do it this way. Source. Pip install pymongo. It didn't do the requirements file. Bet we could have added that to the Python app. Yes. There you go. So it's running localhost 5000. There you go. Right. Top headlines, reading it from the database, and then actually links to the news. Right. That's pretty nice. Works well, I guess. Let's see. Where was it? Hacker News headlines. If nothing else, it's a good way to like do a quick start of things. So this just creates the structure. Oh, so it creates this. You create the structure with the commands, right? But then everything else, like the code, right, is like it's generated by an LLM. That's interesting. Trying to think what would be. Let's look at a couple of more examples. I'm so bad at like real world scenarios. But But let's see. So hello world, we saw git commit, we saw. This is an interesting one, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, to write the commit messages. Print the names. Okay, for repo, tutorial, right? Yeah. Describe code. Looks like what you could do with this is create like a. It's almost like whatever you use in your like helper scripts today. It doesn't have to be with. Don't have to write a script, right? It would allow you to uh, um, write it like use natural language to describe. Search the web for vacation spots in Florida. For each vacation spot, give the name and description. Download the content first. Download each result. Skip that item. Nice. Oh, there's an example. SQLite download. Yeah, download. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Expect the schema. The font, analyzing the code. Travel agent. Do a quick search. Refresh your knowledge of what it means to be a travel agent. Use this context to guide how you evaluate the following steps. Search the vacation routes and the destination. Based on results, build an initial outline of locations to include. For each location, you determine, search for essential things to do in that location. It's 5 activities per day. With all the activities, build out an itinerary, reevaluate the plan, look for the itinerary. Interesting. Download the contents of what is the encoded query as something that gets passed in, right? Yeah, do a quick search. So this is telling, I'm assuming telling the LLM to use the search, right? First 3 results and content would be the answer to the query. With all that information, try best to provide an answer or useful context to whatever the query is. Interesting. Let's run this one just to see how it does. GPTScript, travel agent. Oop. What? Oh, wrong folder. GPTScript, travel agent. Yeah, so it knows how to extract things. It searches what it means to be, just to refresh its knowledge. Travel agent stuff. A lot of searching. I'm curious how it is using GPT-4. Just curious what the. Oh, now it's already generating the content. Yeah, the usage doesn't. It's nothing yet. So, uh, or not a lot, at least. This is pretty quite detailed. Nice. Oh, how many of the things did we say? All these 5 activities per day and 20 per location. Oh, so it's gonna be a lot of stuff. Uh, yeah, but looking at this, it's pretty. Oh, Marseille. Okay, so it picked the locations, right? That's awesome. This is pretty nice. Pretty nice. I'm not gonna let the whole thing run. We can see the mark down here. I'll probably have to think about like different scenarios for for this one. Uh, but it's definitely an interesting idea how to like build not just different AI agents in general, I guess, right? Uh, I wanted to look at the code as well, but I'm not that good at Go. Oh, there you go. Anyway, probably need more time to look into this one. Oh, not more time, more thinking time, I guess. Uh, yeah. All right. Even though this Rubra thing, it was interesting, but I like for me, not for me, I would say. At least not until I get a faster laptop or a better laptop that will allow me to run this comfortably versus waiting 2 minutes for a response. But GPTScript for sure definitely looks interesting. Definitely something I'll try to look at more, maybe even use it. Yeah. All right. Thanks everyone for watching. See you next time.